We begin this morning with the growing number of coronavirus cases in the state of Massachusetts. The Commonwealth just reported 4,700 new cases yesterday. Those are numbers that a local health expert believes should be causing Governor Baker to tighten restrictions, something that Governor Baker said last week he was not considering. RICCI is joining us live now with a look at the numbers driving this new criticism.
Well, Danielle, we're looking at a 6-week snapshot here in Massachusetts from back at the end of October, where we saw daily positive numbers hovering around 500, to just last week where we saw daily numbers looking at about 5,500 here. And that's causing Brown University's Dr. Ashish Jha to really call Governor Baker to the table and tell him that things have to change here. He really needs to clamp down so the state won't have to shut down.
Over the last 6 weeks, it's become very clear that we are heading towards a really bad surge of infections. Things have been really getting bad for 6+ weeks, and the response from the governor's office has just been wholly inadequate.
All right, so important to note, though, that up until now, Dr. Jha has praised Governor Charlie Baker's efforts in handling COVID in the Commonwealth. But last week, the governor indicated that he was not considering making major changes to the state's restrictions as they relate to things like retail stores, bars and restaurants, houses of worship, or social gatherings. And that's what Dr. Jha feels is problematic, given the recent rise in cases. Now, the Massachusetts COVID-19 Response Command Center says it does have systems in place to balance public health and the economy. And it put out this statement saying, quote, "Massachusetts is one of the top testing sites per capita in the nation. The Baker-Polito administration recently put stricter guidelines in place, including a stay-at-home advisory, strengthened mask order, and early business closures. All residents need to do their part to stop the spread of the virus so the Commonwealth can keep schools and the economy open." Now, of course, one of the biggest industries impacted by tightened restrictions, if Dr. Jha gets his way, is the restaurant and bar industry, and you can imagine they've already taken quite a hit. Restaurant owners not too happy about this. We're going to hear from them coming up at 6:30. For now, live in Massachusetts in SEEKONK, RICCI, 12 News.
In the meantime, COVID-19 cases are continuing to rise dramatically in Massachusetts. Listen to this. Over the past 6 weeks, the number of daily confirmed cases climbed from nearly 500 to almost 5,500. And that is causing a local health expert to challenge Governor Baker's decisions. RICCI joining us live in SEEKONK with how that could impact Bay State businesses.
Yeah, so Danielle, good morning. I think one of the biggest impacts, particularly this time of year, could be felt on bars and restaurants if the state in Massachusetts goes ahead and clamps down a little bit tighter there. You know, they're already feeling so much loss as related to the current restrictions are in place. The bar and restaurant owners in Massachusetts say they fear that if the governor heeds the warnings of Dr. Ashish Jha, they could really lose momentum and it could really hurt their bottom line. Now, the Dean of Medicine at Brown University really speaking out against Governor Charlie Baker over the weekend in light of the rise in COVID cases in the Commonwealth. Up until this point, Dr. Jha has praised the governor for his efforts in leading Massachusetts in the fight against COVID. But when the governor said last week that he was not considering tightening restrictions already in place, Dr. Jha took exception, suggesting at the rate of spread, that decision could shut the state down again. But restaurant owners like Jarrick Mountain, who just opened Yellow Door Taqueria in Boston's South End at the beginning of the year, says that the thought of more restrictions makes him both frustrated and fearful.
We are doing everything asked. We are following the curfew, we're following the capacity. It would definitely hurt us, especially around the holidays. Laying off all of our staff would be kind of heartbreaking.
All right, so again, there is no plan right now to tighten the restrictions in Massachusetts. Currently, bars and restaurants have to stop serving food at 9:30. They also have to stop serving alcohol at that time. Seating at a table is limited to 10, and in Massachusetts, there is a curfew in place. No one can be out and about from the hours of 10 at night until 5 in the morning. That's the latest live in SEEKONK. I'm RICCI, 12 News.